You want to make circles of the paint, and you want probably, I would say, this is a book page, by the way, and it's a regular standard size, like a paperback book page. However, they look better if they're a little bit bigger, and you can make this a little bit bigger if you want. So that's 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do, hopefully, I can do 6. Pretty much all the same size. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see. I can't get a big one in there, so I'll just do that. Okay, so here we go. And all you're doing is you're just putting on paint. Now, if I wanted to make this just a slight variation, I would add a little bit of, let me see. I could add yellow, but I'm going to add orange, so just a bit of orange. Not much, just a little bit. Alright, so that's one. That has to dry. And I'll go on this piece. Let's see here. So I'll do this. Okay, what haven't I done? I've done pink. Let me do a purple. And now back to the very first one I did was this pink. And I don't know quite why, but I must have had the yellow on afterwards, and I'm not crazy about it, and it's not drying. So I will have to wait a minute for that one. Let me see. I think this one's not quite dry either. They have to be completely dry. And this one's not dry. Okay, I think I'm just going to have to wait. Let me see. I don't know why that got a yellowy looking there. Didn't remember doing that. Doesn't matter though. Doesn't matter at all. Okay, so the next thing is to do some pen work. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the finishing touches before they're cut out. And this one does not have a small petal. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doesn't matter though. So now I need a black pen. Charcoal is nice too, but I'm not going to use charcoal. I'm just going to use what I have in front of me. And I don't think they're very dry yet. Let me just see if that works or not. There you go. So now you just draw. And depending on how you want it, you can draw more to the outer side of the circle and leave the inside sort of blank, because I'm going to have to show you what to do next, because here I am sort of doing a bit of a wriggle around and another wriggle, and then this one the same. Okay, that's all the drawing I'm going to do on that. So I was just going to show you those. I have to move that. It's right in the way. and I'll show you how I go about finishing them off. I do like to do an assortment of colours. I don't normally do much green. I try and keep to the flower colours. However, I've got a blue for the last one, so I'm going to show you how I do that. Okay, right here. So the first thing that I did was I painted a circle, then I scribbled with black pen inside the circle just to give it some extra little dimension. Really, it doesn't do anything, but it just adds to it, and it continues the sort of circular motion. Now I'm going to cut those out. And I try and cut them with a little bit of the white edge or the background showing. It's not necessary, but it's kind of nice. However, if I need to make them smaller, well, then I'll cut right into the paint. And that is usually when it's getting near the top one. Okay, so that's 2. Okay, I'm cutting around each one, trying to think of the sizes not all being the same. I want some bigger, and I want a fairly big one for the bottom. So I'm thinking that this one will be good for the bottom, and this I think would be next in ascending order. Okay, so that's the next one. And then I'll do this one. You can also sew through them. You don't have to use the paper clip. It's just, I like it because they're removable. And if it's on the cover of something, it's quite easy to sort of enhance the cover by just putting a hole through the cover of a book and then putting it through. Whereas sewing at some book covers you cannot sew through. Okay, now this one is the smallest one, so that'll be the top one. I've got to be careful. This particular paper I didn't realize was quite so fragile. Some of them are not so. This particular one doesn't seem too sturdy, so I'm going to take all that away. And then I'm going to next stack them with the biggest on the bottom. I've decided this was the biggest. This one. Then this one. Let's see, this one I think is next. Then probably this one. This one. The little one right there. Make sure I'm in focus. Now I'm going to take the stylus and punch a hole right in the middle. Make sure it's not going through my finger. It's often a good idea to do it on a book page. Okay. Now because it's bluey color, I could go with this sort of a color. I could go, no, green, no. I guess I could go with this color, kind of a mauve, or I could stick with the gold. However, I like the look of a different, let me see. I sort of like the look of this one. It's a steely gray. Let me use that one. Okay, so there it is through there. Put it down to open it. Ouch. The steely grey is steely all right. Ooh. Okay, so now I've got to there. All that remains to be done is to shape them. And that is a little time consuming, and I probably don't want to use all my camera time doing that. But basically what you do is you take each petal and you crimp the edge of it somehow. You can crimp it however you like. You can do it in your hand like this sort of a thing. Oh dear. But it's okay. It looks okay. This one looks okay. A little battered is okay. And you don't want like two pages stuck together. You want to sort of separate them, even if they're not scrunched, just to give it more petals, as it were. I don't like any sharp little peaks, so that's coming off. So here we go. How's that? Is that looking like a flower, kinda? And I do like the reverse side to show a bit, you know, because if you think of a flower, often the petal will be, particularly when they get older, it'll be a little bit turned the other way and be a shade different. So there you go. So that's that one done. So there's that one. Here's the purpley one. A red rose. A pink rose. Pink rose. And an orange rose. Don't know that I like orange too much, however. That one's a stiffer, for sure, paper. Anyway, I think they're all pretty nice. I like them. So I'll put this away, and if you have any questions about that, you can email me or you can leave a message. It's probably easier.